Yeah, it is alleged that Kolisi is now dating Jessica Mtau. And I feel like that's a smart move, you know. I mean, I know we Kaizer Chiefs yadliwa kula malanga, but Lerato Nxumalo made some statement. Apparently, she was saying shit like South African men are womanizers. Can we at least, guys, catch a break? Don't throw us under the bus, man. You don't see us saying that most of the South African ladies are prostitutes. We don't say that. Just say all the men you encountered were womanizers. Not all of us. The influencers gotta pay tax recently, you know. So without the taxpayers' money, the government is fucked. Apparently, Moshe Ndiki owes SARS 1.2 million, and it is said that if he doesn't pay, they're gonna seize his assets. You know, my thing is, most of these celebrities, like I said, they are just starting businesses because they don't wanna pay more tax on their personal accounts. So Selaelo Selota is demanding 90,000 rands from Ringo Madlingozi. They gave him a 90,000 deposit, and then Ringo decided to change management, and then the new management decided to cancel the gig. They're saying that he's not gonna perform. I feel like podcasters are the journalists of the current generation, you know.
We live in a world where the system and capitalism turns a blind eye on its hoi polloi. As we all know that nothing is permanent, I welcome you all to the LungTrey segment, where we're gonna talk, share, listen and laugh if it's laughable. So sit back, relax. I'm your host, Trejo Tabo here. See you soon.
Before we can even begin the show, man, there's something that actually caught my attention. So, as we all know that last week we made a show about Ntando Duma and the Pixel Collective, copyrights, lawsuit, all those stuff. I'm also learning about copyright lately. I was like, you know what, I gotta take it upon myself to actually find out more about copyright, because most of the people, they tend to think that copyright is only about music, you know. But everything that you own, everything that is registered under your name, or that is branded under your name, or that is being trademarked under your name, that's your fucking copyright, man. So sometimes you be seeing certain videos on YouTube, they be playing a certain music in the background. I gotta tell you this right now, man, before everything can even reach greater heights, right? All those music that are playing in the background, as long as it's written no impact on the copyright, just know that it actually has an impact, because the moment you start to get monetized, all the ads revenues, they're gonna go to the copyright owner, even though you are the person who created that very same content. It doesn't matter whether it's a video or a skit, a movie clip, or a mixtape. If it says no impact on the copyright, it actually has an impact, because the revenue streams of the ads and stuff, they're gonna go to the copyright owner. It makes it look like the copyright owner actually owns the whole thing, you know. So just make sure that you go to your YouTube studio and remove that fucking background song or the fucking background sound. Everything that is not yours, remove it, because they're gonna flag it in the coming years. So right now it might say no impact, but once it start making money, the owner might come and try to flag it, because already they're gonna be even getting more revenue streams through your platform or your channel or your content, something like that, man. By the way, welcome back to the LungTrey segment. Remember, this is the segment we're gonna be talking, listening, sharing, laughing. If it's laughable, niggas. All you all know, you gotta laugh. I mean, that's the whole point. The point is to laugh, man. You gotta laugh, baby. I might not be laughing, but you gotta laugh. So you gotta laugh, motherfucker. Yeah, man. Somebody actually asked me a question and they were like, well, Trejo, are you not afraid of talking about people, exposing certain stuff? I was like, well, first of all, there's no such thing called not afraid. Well, I am afraid, but what am I supposed to do? Shut the fuck up? Keep my mouth shut? Meanwhile, I see some shit happening right in my face? Nah, I'm gonna take it upon myself to try to talk about certain things. It's not like I'm trying to tarnish a certain person's name or a certain person's brand. So I'm just gonna speak about it like it's an opinion from the way I see it. If I'm exposing you through my opinion, hey man, I'm sorry. But yeah, man, sometimes I'm afraid of exposing certain stuff, But I don't know, man. Because I feel like podcasters are the journalists of the current generation, I'm not saying that other media outlets had died down, but podcasters are the voice of the people. Some opinions are factual. You can even check my disclaimer. I said some opinions are factual, and some of these opinions, they are based on street knowledge. I'm speaking based on what people are talking about in the streets. So it's not like I'm coming here in the studio and start to make shit up, I'm talking about something that I heard in the street, or something that I'm thinking about, or maybe it's been wearing me for the longest time. So yeah, I am afraid. As we all know, even this Madlanga Commission, there are so many files that are getting exposed. People are getting exposed, and at the same time, people turn out to be missing. Some people are dying. But I'm like, so am I supposed to be afraid because people are dying? Come on, man. You cannot become a coward like that, because that's a bitch move, So if you got something to say, go ahead, say it. As long as you're not cussing people out, I mean, we're good to go, baby. We're good to go. So, I mean, at the same time, like I said, we do have a voice. So we can't just keep our mouth shut. Meanwhile, some shit are happening right in our face, So, but anyway, I want us to try to talk about this other young girl. Actually, she's not a young girl. This other lady. Because they be saying that we don't respect women as podcasters. We just be saying some shit. Okay, I'm going to call her a lady. So, Lerato Nxumalo made some statement apparently that made it to the news, or that went viral on the social media, and she was saying shit like South African men are womanizers, and she was advising women or girls or ladies that whenever they find time, they should try to find men in other countries, just like she did. She ended up getting married to a Swedish guy, So, but my thing is, hey, Lerato, don't try to throw niggas under the bus, man. Just because you were associated with niggas who are womanizers does not necessarily mean we are all womanizers. Some of us were still looking for love, and some of us, we really love our partners, and some of us, we're not even cheating on our partners, So, but when you say South African men are womanizers, it's like you're saying all of the South African men are womanizers. I'm like, oh, wait, chill the fuck down, man. Just say all the men you encountered were womanizers. Not all of us, because now it's like every man cheats in South Africa, and of which that's not the case. There's still good people like us, good niggas like us, who can take care of a lady, man, and okay, maybe I might try to play devil's advocate, right? Maybe the reason why most men are womanizers is because lately, or in this current generation, women are too demanding. They're always demanding for some shit, some impossible stuff. They'll be like, well, you say you love me, but you can't provide me this and that. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. When we started to fall in love, I never said I'm gonna do everything for you. Even your father never did everything for you. Sometimes they turned your offer down. They were like, nah, I ain't got money. So, but now you're trying to make your man to provide everything for you because men are the so-called providers. I mean, okay, yes, I get it. We as men, we are providers and we're supposed to provide. But if I ain't got shit and you end up running to the next nigga, what do you expect me to do? Sit and wait till you come back from the next nigga? No, I'm also gonna do the same. So, but then whenever I'm doing the same, now the situation is being reversed. It's like, oh, well, men are womanizers in South Africa. Come on, man. Come on, Lerato, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't throw niggas under the bus. Say all the men you were fucking with, they were womanizers. You know, not all of us. You can't be saying South African men are womanizers. I mean, you think even us men, we don't wish or we don't want to try other outlets like other countries? We be seeing some baddies on the internet be like, I can't wait. I so wish. But because sometimes we don't have the means. And she maybe she's speaking from the point that now she's married to the Swedish guy and the Swedish guy tend to treat her the way she always wanted, and then she was like, and then now she's like, you know what? Actually, I've never ever experienced such love. I never thought there are still good men in this world. Well, here's the thing, Lerato. Maybe you only dated one guy, one Swedish guy. It's not like you dated the whole race of Swedish motherfuckers. There are some Swedish motherfuckers who are fucked up just like us. It's us as men, it's in our nature to fuck up sometimes. But the thing is, women, in most cases, they can't stand a fuck up nigga. You're supposed to love somebody through the bad and the good, but they only want to love you when it's during honeymoon phase, when you have butterflies in your stomach. Whenever those butterflies fade away, you tend to be like, well, actually, South African men ain't shit because they are womanizers. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do us like that. Don't really try to pin this on our African brothers because we are trying. We are trying. We really are. I mean, imagine the pressure as a guy. I'm working as a security guard. I'm earning maybe 5K a month, right? And I tend to date this beautiful Han. As a security guy earning less money, I'm always pressured that, what if there's going to be another nigga who's going to pull up with a Porsche and be like, well, can I offer you lunch? Can I take you out and stuff like that? Because I can't afford those stuff. I'm always pressured to do the same. And at the same time, maybe you find out that even the girl that I'm currently dating, she's too demanding, you know. And then I end up meeting a certain lady who wants nothing to do with my assets, if I do got assets, or my money, if I do got money. I mean, 5K, it's a lot, but at the same time, it's not enough for a relationship, going out, all those stuff. But it's the small stuff that matters, right? There's this old saying about Chris Rock once said that women cannot go backwards in lifestyle and men cannot go backwards sexually. For a lady, if she used to date somebody who drives a Porsche, stays at an apartment somewhere, if they break up, it's kind of difficult for a lady to settle for somebody who's a security guard because their lifestyle has improved. Even that nigga improved their lifestyle. So now she's gonna be like, since I used to date certain people, now I gotta date probably a CEO, probably a manager of something. You can't just be a cashier, motherfucker. Meanwhile, I used to stay at an apartment. Somebody used to give me their car keys and their house keys. Now you trying to fuck me at your mother's bedroom? Nah, fuck out of here. That's the mentality of the women. And then in terms of men, a man is gonna be like, well, if I used to date somebody who used to give me blowjobs and stuff like that, give me doggy style and stuff like that, well, if we break up, I don't want a lame ass chick in the bed who always prefer missionary and stuff like that. That is why we end up looking for greener pastures, because the sex life is no longer that. Because we all know that women can tolerate bad sex as long as the money is good. But as a man, as a nigger, I can't tolerate, as a man, I can't tolerate a bad sex if I used to get the great sex, the greatest sex of all time. Because whenever we're fucking, I'm like, man, this is bullshit. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? When you're fucking, it's like you're doing some squat and shit. It's like, what the fuck? So I find that very statement to be so offensive to South African men that South African men are womanizers. Well, if South African men are womanizers, then South African women, they love money. South African women love money way more than a man. That is why now they have dildos and shit. As long as you can send them money, we might not even fuck each other, but sometimes they be longing for that physical touch. They only long for a physical touch, but a dildo can still do the job. That's their mentality. But you can't say that, man. You can't say that. Now you're making me say some horrific stuff. I don't know if they are really horrific, but I kind of sounds like I'm a fucking hypocrite because it's the statement that you made. You said we are womanizers. What the fuck? If we are womanizers, then you guys love money. You demand too much. So, but let's not talk about relationships, man. I don't like talking about relationships, dating, and stuff like that because we all have our own problems when coming to relationships. So I feel like as people, we are not supposed to be discussing relationships because what I'm having is not what you're having. And you're going to come here and tell me your bullshit problems and then try to infect me with those dirty minds. Next thing, I start to demand certain things to my situation. Come on, man. I have everything good that is going, but you're trying to infect my mind with your bullshit sour stories. That's not it, man. That's not it. But anyway, let's try to talk about some serious stuff, Okay, so apparently Moshe Ndiki owes SARS 1.2 million. And it is said that if he doesn't pay, they're going to seize his assets, So, and for those who don't know who Moshe Ndiki is, he's a media personality, a presenter, and also an actor. He used to act at this, he used to play for this telenovela called Gomorrah as Mr. Faku. Yeah, I used to watch that show. But other shows that he be presenting, I don't really watch them, but I be seeing the guy, So, and I don't know if they're saying it's his personal account that's owing SARS or it's the business that owes SARS because he also got a business called Moshe's Kitchen. I don't know if it's a restaurant or it's a takeaway thing, So now they are threatened. They said that they told him a while back around June that if he doesn't pay, legal actions will be taken against him, So I don't know if he didn't get the message, the letters, whatsoever. But so now they are threatening that if he doesn't pay, they're going to seize his assets. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to seize his personal assets or the business assets, right? But at the same time, there are some speculations and some rumors that actually SARS is reaching. The guy actually owes 600,000, not 1.2 million. So, and some other stories, they are saying that, the money has accumulated to 1.2. Like, oh, wait, hold on. So if in June, the guy was owing 600,000, 3 months later, now it's been doubled. What the fuck? So SARS gonna, that's crazy, right? If in June he was owing 600,000 rand, so now it's October, the guy is supposed to pay 1.2 for the penalties and stuff. Man, that's a jack, man. That's a jack. Or maybe he was actually owing 1.2 to begin with, But my thing is, most of these celebrities, like I said, they are just starting businesses because they don't want to pay more tax on their personal accounts. So instead, they might rather pay the business tax, So, and apparently, they are even saying that they're going to be charging influencers tax. They gotta pay, influencers gotta pay tax recently, So it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy to even think that, never mind him owing SARS such amount of money. Sometimes I tend to believe that SARS is a scam, man. SARS is scamming people just because it's the government demanding the money, whether you like it or not. We kind of make it look like, there's nothing we can do. Well, actually, there is something we gotta do, man. Well, I don't have the solution yet, but I'm just thinking out loud. I'm like, you know what? Man, SARS is a fucking scam, man. Huh? Maybe suppose you paid your own tuitions for school. You even got yourself an employment. Now you still gotta pay another tax. It's like they are fucking saying, actually, we are making you a favor. We are doing you a favor for getting this job. So in return, at least pay us a certain fee. Actually, we are making you we are doing you a favor for you to get that fucking education. We are doing you a favor. So in return, you gotta. I mean, I'm not saying SARS is wrong. SARS is not supposed to be here, because you guys need to remember that without SARS or without the taxpayers' money, the government is fucked. Fucked. The government doesn't have money without the taxpayers' money. So maybe it's about time the government try to generate its own money elsewhere. Maybe that's when the resources might even start working, because whenever they use the taxpayers' money, funds end up getting mismanaged, and then services, sometimes they end up not being rendered, not being delivered on time, because you know why? Those are not their monies. It's the taxpayers' money. Everything is taxed right now. Your food, your price of petrol, your cars, everything, tax. I mean, yeah, maybe tax has to make a difference, try to help the poor here and there, but there are some certain tax that are just abnormal. Well, we're not saying that as a company making a certain amount, you're not supposed to pay tax, because that's how they get you. They be like, well, you can't make such amount of money without giving us a certain thing. Why? Why can't the government just generate its own revenue somehow without having to get the taxpayers' money? Like I'm saying, maybe that's when the shit might start to run smoothly. Have you realized that whenever you take out your own money from your own pocket to spend it on something, maybe let's say you bought yourself a cell phone. If you bought yourself that fucking cell phone, you're gonna treat it with care. You're gonna handle it with care. You're gonna try to make sure that this phone doesn't fall. But if somebody decides to give you a handout or decides to give you a phone, just because you didn't work hard for that fucking phone, you're gonna misuse it. Even if it falls, you don't give a damn. You don't lose anything. So maybe, just maybe, the government needs to start generating their own money somehow elsewhere. Maybe let them sell us stuff. I mean, I get it. We are poor. Sometimes we need free medications. But imagine if the government decides that there are no free medication, there are no free schooling. Now you gotta make sure that actually, whenever you're going to school, you gotta excel. In terms of being sick, you gotta make sure that you eat the right food in order for your ass not to get sick. You see, so because sometimes we be using free stuff, we end up misusing those things. So even the government end up becoming entitled to your money whenever you start to make more money. They be like, hey, nigga, remember you gotta pay 27% of the company tax. I'm like, but I'm not making enough. Yeah, you gotta give us 27% of that money. That is not enough, So I don't know, man. Sometimes I just tend to believe that the government is a fucking scam, man. Government is a scam. But we cannot live as human beings without having to have a government, right? Because a government just simply means an organized structure. Without rules and regulations, we are animals. We are even no better than animals, So the government structure is just, hey, you got morals, you got a conscience. So how about you do things a certain way? Because you got morals, motherfucker. You are a fucking human being. But they even just end up taking advantage just because they are the government. But it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Let's just try to talk about something else. I tried today. I just wanted to try to not talk about the government or the politics of the government because it's a fucking shit show, man. Everything is corrupt. Even Ice Cube once said it. Everything is corrupt. Everything is a scam. Beat the next man, it's capitalism. They just put... Man, fucked up, man. So, here's another interesting topic, right? So, Selaelo Selota is demanding 90,000 rands from Ringo Madlingozi. So, what happened was, Selaelo Selota booked Ringo Madlingozi, right, for an event called, I forgot the name of the concert, but I think it's one country concert, something between those lines, right? So, but before the concert can even happen, Ringo Madlingozi decided to change management. And then in the process of changing management, Selaelo Selota paid Ringo for the performance that he was supposed to appear at the one country concert, right? And then Ringo decided to change the management, right? And then in the process of changing the management decided to cancel the gig. I don't know if they canceled the whole concert or what, but they apparently they said that Ringo Madlingozi is not gonna appear on that particular concert, right? So since you're not gonna appear on the concert, Selaelo Selota was like, okay, nigga, how about you pay me back? Because you're no longer part of the concert. Give me my money. Because I already gave you a deposit. So probably maybe in full amount he was supposed to be paid. Ringo Madlingozi was supposed to be paid maybe 180,000 rands, right? And then they gave him a 90,000 deposit. And then Ringo decided to change management. And then the new management decided to cancel the gig. They're saying that he's not going to perform. Now Selaelo is like, okay, bring me back my money. There've been some back and forth. Yeah, we're gonna give you your money. We're gonna give you more money. Your money. Till today, the guy hasn't even got his money back. So now the guy is taking matters to court because it's like, man, nigga, I can't be chasing you around this whole fucking time. I want my fucking money, man. And this makes me even think of like it's a similar story or it's a familiar story where you borrow somebody money and then they tell you that I'm gonna pay you at this particular date, right? And then when the date comes, they'll be like, oh man, I haven't got paid yet. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna give you maybe a week. Next week you come back again, oh man, I don't have the money. But nigga, we had an agreement. You said that you're gonna give me the money at this particular date. But now we're doing some back and forth with my own money. Nigga, you didn't do me a favor. Instead, I did you a favor. But now, when it's time for you to return the favor, you dodge me. You playing hide and seek and shit like that. I'm like, nigga, I want my money, man. Pay me my goddamn money. And some people be saying that, God damn, man, you just crying over that little less money. Yeah, man, that's a little less money. That's my money, man. It makes a difference to my life. Give me. When I gave you the money, you never said that little less money. You were busy crying and whining and shit like that. But now when it's time for you to pay, we gotta play hide and seek. Come on, man. We gotta play tango and stuff. Nah, I'm tired of playing tango with you. I want my fucking money. So, Ringo Madlingozi till today, he hasn't paid Selaelo Selota his 90,000 rands that he booked him for the concert called One Country Concert. Just because you changed the money, it seems to me that Ringo Madlingozi doesn't have the money. Or they are like, the money was taken by the previous management. We, as the new management, we have nothing to do. It's like saying the manager is promising the employees a raise, right? A salary raise. And then when the new manager arrives, they be like, you know what? Cancel all this raise and this bonus shit. I don't know nothing about them. And then when we complain and be like, hey man, the money that you paid me is not enough. It's even little. We agree that you're going to give me a raise and a bonus. What happened? Be like, hey, it wasn't me. It was the previous management. So with this new management, we're going to do things differently. Yeah, with this new management, we're going to do things differently. But we had an agreement, whether it was you or it wasn't you. The fact still remains, it was with this company. I mean, Ringo Madlingozi, he's a company on his own. He might not own a company, but us trying to book him, it's like we booking this company to come and perform a certain task at a certain event. So now that the people who are involved with this company, they are new, they be like, well, we don't know nothing about this event that we gotta go and perform. Like, okay, maybe you don't know what the fuck's going on, but me and the company had an agreement and we already paid deposit. So why are you not giving us our money? Give me my money back, man. I want my money. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I feel like Selaelo Selota is right for taking the guy to court because we can't be playing hide and seek with my money. You already cancelled. So why now you gotta, I mean, you haven't done a thing yet. Not even yet. You cancelled. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? This is just wrong, man. You guys need to pay the guy's money. 90K, that's a lot of money, man. We could have booked someone else. But instead, because we love you and we're even trying to do you a favor because people had even forgot about you. Now you're trying to run around with me because you gotta pay me back. Man, pay the guy's money, man. Pay the guy's money. I mean, it's the least you can do. Return the money. Duh. Return the fucking money, man. Return the money. So yeah, man. Whew. There's this other story, man. I don't know if I should try to talk about it. Should I? Or is it still alleged? Because I hate talking about alleged stories. I hate talking about alleged stories. So should I even just carry on with the story or what? Okay, maybe let me just try. I'm gonna try to play nice, right? I'm just gonna try to play nice, but don't mind me when I play devil's advocate here and there. So there's a picture of Kolisi and Jessica Motaung circling and surfacing on the internet, and then they are saying that Jessica and Kolisi allegedly they are in a relationship. Did you see how I did that? I said allegedly because I don't wanna be, So yeah, it is alleged that Kolisi is now dating Jessica Motaung. And I feel like that's a smart move, Actually, the guy, if that's the case and if that's true, man, the guy has upgraded. Yes. I'm not going to say that the previous one was a downgrade, but I feel like the guy has upgraded, if that's the case and if that's true. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Wait, let me find the thing. Okay, here it is. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I gotta applaud you for that, man. Jessica Motaung, man. That's some king shit, Not to say that Jessica got money or whatever. I mean, we all know about those stories where a certain black man would date a certain white lady for status. I've even seen there's this series called The Oval by Tyler Perry, where in order for you to work at the White House, there's this guy who's gay, but they be like, nigga, keep your gay shit to yourself. We gotta get you a wife. In this White House thing, in this Oval Office, you gotta act like you are a straight man and you are dating girls or women, right? Even the president and the first lady, their marriage, it was orchestrated. They hate one another. They don't even like one another. But to the public, we gotta make it look like you guys are lovey-dovey, you guys are hubbly-bubbly and stuff like that. So we all know those stories where a certain black guy has to date a certain white lady in order for him to be regarded as a hero. Maybe to be regarded as the captain of rugby, man. How about you date a white lady? Because those are the terms and conditions. Well, allegedly, because, anybody can date anyone, but in terms of other business are concerned, we are strongly looking at a certain foundation and a certain face. We all know that most of the supporters of rugby are the white people. So if you're going to be a black man as a captain of rugby, well, man, the least you can do is date a white lady, because if we're gonna allow you to just date your sisters, it's like now you're just trying to BEE all this shit. So there has to be balance. There has to be balance, or maybe they just told, if you wanna become captain, man. I know those people have been dating from way back, right? But that's not the case. That's not the point. That's not the point. Maybe even their relationship ended a while ago, But they said, if you wanna become the captain, you gotta remain with so and so. But I'm liking it for the guy, man. Jessica Mtaung. Well, allegedly. That's a bold move. That's a big move. That's king shit, man. I mean, I know Kaizer Chiefs yadliwa kula malanga, but well, at least now we. Yeah, bamba. I don't want to say certain stuff, man. You know, I don't like talking bad about the women, the ladies, man, because we love you guys. We love the ladies. But then, Lerato Nxumalo can be like, aha, ilento bengisho. Amadoda wala Mzansi, ama womanizer nje. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Can we at least, guys, catch a break? Don't throw us under the bus, man. You don't see us saying that most of the South African ladies are prostitutes. We don't say that. Maybe low key, but we don't say that. So you can't just come out and be like, South African men are womanizers. Hold your bear. Anyway, I tried to not be like a robot today, you know, just to add a little spice here and there, just to be maybe a bit neutral, because they are saying I'm afraid of talking about other people I'm exposing. So I was like, you know what? On this segment, maybe let me just try to play around, you know. As much as I'm still on point, let me just try to play around. So, but yeah, man. Anyway, this is me. And this is you. I'm out of here, man. Peace out. God damn it. I feel like this might be one of the best shows. Yeah, I feel like this might be one of the best shows. What do you think, guys? Huh? Anyway, I'm out of here, man. God damn. Shit.
Trejo Tebugo from Turf Loop, but currently residing in Brakpan. I'm a scriptwriter and a filmmaker. I've always wanted to study film and TV production, but due to lack of funds, I ended teaching myself how to write scripts, shoot, edit, and direct short films and podcasts. I started a YouTube channel, LungTrey Studio, where I shoot short films and podcasts on my Samsung